Again, you can see all the activity on your left. Again, the carpenters are there. All that stuff is going to be on display next week and right after this year, so it does take. If you look up the street there, they're putting wooden stuff on the walls right there. Covering up the windows of the stuff. You can see the Martella Towers. There's 4 here in the city of Kingston. The one down the village called Trolley Tower, the Trolley Tower. The one on the point that is called Clipper Tower. And it's the largest of the 4 Martella Towers here in the city of Kingston. Our boats come out of this area right here. There's the Star, the Queen, and the Belle. They do tours of the waterfront here. And just on the other side is the Waterfront. I don't know if you guys have purchased your tickets, we'll read in there. Get the spot to get some something for Christmas for somebody. Maybe some socks or some, a trinket of some sort. Now, a lot of new infrastructure is taking place here in the city of Kingston, especially up on Princess Street farther up. A lot of new apartment buildings have sprung up to get some of the students out of the slum areas in itself. So, a lot of new apartment buildings are being built here in the city of Kingston. City of Kingston's a little bit of a boom right now. Over the next 10 years, there's going to be a lot more infrastructure being built here in the city of Kingston. Coming up on your left is a 23-story apartment building which is going up. Now, it took them 8 years to fight, but it's going up. A gentleman was on my trolley a week or so ago, and he's a carpenter, and he took pictures. You can see all the way over to the United States from there. This is a Wolf Island Ferry dock. They're going to complete this one. The new ferry will be running over. Right now it is running every year. The new ferry is electric and it holds 75 cars. The previous one was diesel and holds 55 cars. Right on your right, you see the sign that says tragically hip away. 1 block is named for the tragically hip. And their last concert was in a slush puppy place now. 2008, this is built. It was called the Payrock Center, then the Leon Center. But it's a home of our Kingston Frontenacs, OHL hockey team in case of it. Tonight was their first game of the season.
Oh, nice.
Ah, yes. So they'll be playing the Oshawa Generals tonight in the Eastern Division. So there'll be lots of people coming down around here to go to the hockey game itself. And again, there's another one on Sunday afternoon as well. Now, lots of other concerts take place in here. Coming up, the Doobie Brothers are going to play in here next month, as well as Steve Miller Band, which is here. I've seen Elton John here, Circus Away. Numerous acts come here in Kingston. Over on your left is the Inner Harbor. They actually, Metal Craft Marine actually build fireboats in here, and they're sold all over the world to fight fires on ships and harbors and itself. On your right, you can see Fort Frontenac right there, the plaque to tell you the history of it. This is the original Fort Frontenac, 1673. Count Frontenac came here and put that one up, and you can see on left the stonework is not compared to the other side. This is the second fort. The British side in itself, and these are stonemasons. Scottish stonemasons are people up back in the day, so they're a lot more skilled than the French in itself. Again, you're going to go by where this. You guys see near the waterfront. It's quite lovely, and again, it's about 3 times the size of the original fort. On your left, away over there, you can see the Mackenzie building with the flag on it. That is RMC. It's a Royal Military College. It's their equivalent to the United States U.S. Force. Now, there are students from all over Canada come here. They're all talking about 25% of the force equipment. We've never achieved that now. The most they ever known was about 18%. On your left, this red brick building says Lone Star Grill, but also says City Fire Department, and it was our City Fire Department from 1876 to 1962. So they were the Red Armies or First World Cuppers were there back in the day to fight the fires. Now we're going to go right up behind City Hall. Our first Women's College of Medicine was at Kingston City Hall, 1892. And our first one with Dr. Denny actually donated money to the establishment of that school. To your right, you can see the milestones grill right there. If you look at the building in itself, it's got two distinctive types of limestone. The first section was a wooden structure that William Coverdale completed the tax and fiction on that. The second section, designed by George Brown, the same George Brown who designed the City Hall. Now, the first thing he did is a Weber painting manufacturer, then it was an army barracks. Going to be torn down into 2 gallon purchase a building of Dr. Smith and Mr. Robinson. And they put a department store. It was like the Walmart of the day. Everybody came here from all over. There was a gentleman sat on the stool in the elevator and pressed the buttons, which floor do you want to go to, 1, 2, or 3. Now, he's quite a popular man himself, Mr. Lee. He actually tried to be our mayor when he lost that election the last time. Now, Mr. Smith, the past, Mr. Robinson family had enough, so they sold the building to the Nordican Group and redesigned the building once more. Got architectural offices and law offices. The back part of City Hall was built here in 1865. Now, City Hall didn't have a lot of city business back in the 1840s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, so they went into numerous groups, a lot of organizations, such as the Orangemen in there, Salvation Army, Customs, even had a butcher in there. And then they put 3 jail cells in there. So if you happen to get drunk and stupid on Saturday night, you get thrown into jail, you never know who you're in there with. Could have been a kid through really fast, who knows? There was no light back in the day, just a little peephole through the jail. This red brick building coming up is the home of the British League, the oldest continuing operating English state in Canada, 1844. The customs office right there, 1858. And if you look up the street there, the old post office, the same year by the same firm by the Bucknell, Nelson Corner, Atlanta. The customs office is the second oldest one in Canada, the oldest one to Quebec City. This building structure coming up on the right was a wooden structure in 1792, and guess what? Fire consumed it, reconfigured the stone, and then a fire in the 1880s, and for the city of Kingston to be a city, you need a cathedral, and that is our cathedral. It is an Anglican cathedral. Now, as we travel along King Street here, if you look up the side streets, you will not see any wooden structures. All limestone coming from here. But give these guys away. See, give them away. See, I told them to trick anybody in the way. I know. On your right, this is the Gilbert Street home. We had a lot of tall ships before there were goods up to Great Lakes and made millions of dollars. Under that, Empire Lifeline, this is the first one in Canada. The next building, a beautiful building, called the Frontenac Hall. Used to be the Bank of Montreal, 1845, quarterly outside. It was redone this building 5 years ago. Gorgeous building. On your right, you see the buttons beside the doorways. They'll tell you what you look at, what you did to live there. If you look up the side street, you will not see the wood structure. All limestone. Now, when I turn the corner right here, you're going to see another plaque on a lovely limestone building. So Richard Cartwright lived there, and he actually was born in this building as well. To your right. But if you look down the street, way down there, you see the gas lamp. Right? There's that gas lamp. The city of Kingston was lit by gas, 1847 to 1947, and that's the last gas lamp standing in the city of Kingston. When the ice storm hit here in 1998, that was the only light that was functioning downtown at the time. Ahead of us is this building is called the Locomotive. This is where the Kingston Locomotive Works was in the south. And in behind it is a lovely park called Battery Park. There's actually a compass that's been inlaid into the stonework there. And it's quite lovely on there as well. Now, this is another one of our stops. You guys, if you would like to get off here, one block up is the Pump and Steam Museum, but this is the Marine Museum right here. Okay? You get off here and just walk down one block to the next one, okay? And I'll be along here every hour, okay? Thank you, appreciate it. We'll see you a little bit later on, okay?
Okay.
Bye-bye. You back. Now, this is the Marine Museum, and you can see the SSQ lot. That was brought there last fall at a cost of $5 million. It's actually on a smaller scale of like the Titanic. It was actually an Edwardian ship. I believe it was christened July 7th, 1907. And it's quite similar to the Titanic. There's the interior of it, lovely state woods, or the woodwork is so exceptional. And they do tours of the arena. It's actually been sold out. The tours all season long. So it's pretty fantastic boat to go into. Excuse me again. Now coming up on your left will be the Pumpers Ski Museum. Everett began pumping water to the city proper about 1850. Now it's quite friendly. It's got gravel trains in it. It's got Legos in it for the kids in the summertime. It's right here on your left. Now in behind us, nice walkway along the waterfront. There's got plaques and monuments that tell the history along the waterfront as well. On your left, the Kingston Yacht Club, established in 1903. Now as we come up to the corner right here, right by this red brick building is two pieces of a wall. That's all left with fortifications went all the way around the city. Kingston the proper back in the day, big stone and wooden fence went all the way around the city for a possible invasion from the United States. The red brick building, late 1880s, actually a doctor owned that at one time. As I turn the corner, there's a pedestal right there, and it has a statue of our first Prime Minister, Sir John A. Macdonald. It was taken down there 5 years ago and put in storage at the Catalog Cemetery. It was put there in 1895. Coming up on the left, the limestone buildings, but just past it, that rail building was a single-family home converted to apartments. A gentleman purchased it 5 years ago and made it into a single-family home. It was actually up for sale. We got $25 million, it could be yours. So we've got 2 bowling alleys in it and a swimming pool. Again, on your left, that beautiful park called McDonald Park, and in the park you see that tall mast. At the foot of the mast is a black line called the Gaston line. And literally thousands of people sat on it over the years. The oldest picture I've seen is 1917 of a World War I crowd going on the First World War, and it never did come back from that war. On your left, another Martello Tower called Murray Tower. Those red tops were on the top back in the day. There's a cannon up there that pushes 360 degrees on the fire, so the top cannon gets low. Now it is a museum that just closed up for the season, and then it will be back open. On your left, that sculpture right there is called Cruise. Put there for the church centenary by the government of that city. Some enterprising young people actually painted in the 7-Up and Coca-Cola colors. We thought they were making money out of that. This is the back part of Kingston House. This is founded in 1837. It was a private foundation that ran it. That foundation ran out of money, and the government of Canada rented some roots in. So it's the site of our first parliament, 1841 to 1844. Now again, we travel along King Street here. On your left-hand side, you can see Breakwater Park. Now a lot of rubble was dumped in from this area of the Kingston River. They filled the park with lots of buildings, and it was dumped in this area. And the city of Kingston took it upon itself about 6 years ago and fixed up, rebuilt this all the way along here. The walkway is called Philosophy Walk. The park is called Breakwater Park. Now coming up on your right, just past your speed signs, a lovely red brick building. Home of one of our former mayors, John Pearson. He was our attorney general for Ontario. His son Margaret was Mark, he's now an MP for Kingston Island. On your left, that sculpture right there is called Time. Put there for a church centenary by the government of Ontario for a church centenary. And the gentleman put the sculpture together, said we go together by the year 2000. But I think it's a little confusing between organics and melt, because it still hasn't drawn together yet. Something around it centimeters. On your left right there, the theater right here is named for Gordon Downey, the lead singer for the tragedy hit that passed away 6 years ago. Water purification plant coming up here. This is the site for brewery. What a squeaky wheels thing. I don't know why. We just come out of the shop. We just got all new brakes on it. So. I
know. Time to put some WD-40s on them, maybe.
I guess I'll do that. But, I washed it yesterday, so it might be some residual dust or dirt. Now coming up on your right, and behind this limestone wall are called Hale's Cottages. Charles Hale's the tea merchant that goes back in the day. They actually rented out rooms to some of the workers of the first colony. Trying to shake this top. It got over cold a week or so ago. It just doesn't want to relent this. Now I'm going to turn up Center Street and we're going to go by the homeless are behind the follow. This is called the Western Liberty Factory. A lot of wooden structures in this area either torn down or razed by fires, but there's some beautiful buildings in and around this area too. Coming up on your left behind the cedar head, the building is called Albert, sold for close to $2 million in 3 or 4 weeks. So it's a single family home. On your right is Bellevue House, a home of Sir Johnny McDonald. He lived there with his wife Isabella. The grounds are quite lovely in itself. Lovely gardens in and around here. Yeah, there's some more guests that I'm going to get back in there, fellas. Hi guys, how are you?
You've changed drivers.
Oh, we even changed trolleys.
Oh, trolleys, okay.
I'm better looking than him, and the trolley's better looking than the one you're on. Well, there you go. All the way around.
It's very nice.
Very lovely, yeah. Now, you guys toured down through there, see the lovely gardens are in there, went through the building itself. Now, actually, there's no apples on the apple trees this year, which is unusual. They're going everything, every.
£2 per soap. You found the trade in England.
Yeah, it's
Only the squirrels, I think.
oh, no, they didn't. They just didn't flower this year, didn't blossom. Now, there are 15 types of heritage apples around the area. 5 years ago, when I went through here, the women are usually dressed in period outfits and long dresses and aprons and bonnets.
Nice.
I got one of the girls to pick a selection of apples off the trees. She put in her apron, she got on the trolley, and everybody got an apple. You weren't sure which one you got. Some were a little sour, some were sweet, some were chucked out the windows as drive along. They usually take them in and squish them up and make apple cider. On that particular day, it was like a day like today, and that trolley was full, and the windows were open. It was pretty impressive day. Now, on your left is rent built in the late 1880s. The lady of the house during COVID, she would hire a singer, maybe a guitar player. People could sit out in the lawn chairs and social distance and listen to some music. It's quite a lovely gesture. Coming up on your left, this limestone building, 1832, called the Barbary Cottage. Now, just sold last fall for close to $2 million. They're redone the porch, they're taking down the picket fence, they're redoing the driveway itself. It's quite a lovely building in itself, 1832. Take that note to the next building, number 110. They built that 7 years ago. You got a contrast between the old and the new. The Audubon House is right here on your left, again, late 1830s. And it is part of the Beth Israel Synagogue. So anybody of Jewish faith in the city, this is where they come to worship. Now it is a limestone building with stucco over the top. Now I'm going to tear this road up and have torn up a little bit further down. I wonder how it's going to affect our tours here. Coming up on your left, this is the back part of St. Mary's of the Lake Hospital. Founded in 1853, it was a school that the workers Methodist Hospital relocation on the tower. Goes up 5 years ago, the relocation to a brand new stadium, so they climbed up the road. They've actually started doing medical procedures. It is owned by Queen's University. Coming up on your right, beautiful building, and the road is long. screens is expanding that to sold them for $1 a piece. The trick was they had to do, they put up these phone trucks to beat up around the street with 3 to grand houses. This is Denton McCarthy Hall, which is a last kid in Kingston University. In behind is a Richard's Stadium. There was a golden football team. The day Cup is going to be is the University football champions from all over Canada. It'll be here this year again. Take note of the sign right there says Union Park. And this is the women's penitentiary. 1930 it was built, closed up in 2007, and it was sold to Queen's University. We're going to use it for student housing. Well, that didn't fly, then they're going to use it for archives. That didn't fly, they sold it to the Nordic Group, and they're going to redesign the building once more. The architectural office. So, we redesigned this whole area. It's going to have a rooftop, conference center on here, retail space, and senior housing. Now we're going to go around this museum. This is a penitentiary museum. It's got all the artifacts from the building across the street. This is called Cedar Hedge back in the day. It was the second ward of Kingston Penitentiary. It was built by the prisoners of Kingston Penitentiary. And again, it's got all the artifacts from the building across the street. It's got zip guns in it. It's got crossbow made into toothbrushes. They used to do waterboarding here. Got a jail cell in here. Oh, there's actually a bell that was at Kingston Penitentiary, regimented everything. You guys hanging with me? Can we get off? No. Right? Carry on, no problem. Let me have a little sip of water. Again, it's got all the artifacts from Kingston Penitentiary. One of the artifacts in there is a bell. Now, that bell regimented everything at Kingston Penitentiary. You got up with that bell, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and roll call again in the nighttime. There was a riot here in 1971, and the first thing they did was destroy that bell, and the remnants of that bell was removed. It took 3 days to quell the riot here at Kingston Penitentiary. They had to bring the military in to quell that riot. Now, you see the wall back here. It went all the way around the prison for women, so you couldn't see in here. But there used to be a walking track back here and a baseball diamond. The reason I know that is because I used to deliver ice cream here. So women were quite happy to see me, not because I was a male, because I was bringing them ice cream. True story, guys. I used to go through that little black door right there. A couple of ladies would meet me in the restaurant and after the kitchen itself. Now, I myself, I just tell this young fellow in the back, I ate an apple off that tree, the last two. Very lovely apple. Anybody want to get off and get an apple? Okay. No problem. I used to get pulled right up, and you can pick an apple right off that tree. Again, Kingston Penitentiary, the dome and ranges come off the map. More workshops are in the hand as well. Now, this goes up in 2013. The government at the time had just done some perimeter fencing, put up a new camera system, and then they said it was just not feasible to keep it open, so they actually closed it up. Then they had tours in 2013. They raised about $300,000 for Habitat and Humanitarian. So they really had a good thing, so they opened up the tours about the and they've made millions of dollars ever since. And you see how big it is right down to the waterfront. 1835 first built, goes up in 2013. This is a big farm as well. 200 acres worth to the north and the west, and it was self-sustaining back in the day because of the farm itself. Kingston Penitentiary is our most visited tourist attraction in the city of Kingston. Fort Henry used to be number one, but it's been displaced by the Kingston Penitentiary. Now again, it has tours in it. Coming up here this fall, we'll have the Pumpkin Inferno in it. We'll have about 75 carved pumpkins in there, and lots of people come to check that out. Now, major filming takes place here in the Mount Kingston area. DC Comics was in Kingston Penitentiary a couple years ago. The original Superman was filmed in here as well. Let's get these guys away. Let's hold these away. building if you like this area. And the water came right up to the roadway right here. This was, again, was a big bay here. That red brick building, which we're going to go by, is the Great Deer Farm, 1819 was built. And again, it was a big farm as well. This building was redone about 5 years ago. The interior on these got it right redone. Again, the water came right up to the roadway. That building on your left, 1865. This is called Hatter's Bay back in the day. Ship building took place here, Big Canyon and Brewery. It was quite a prosperous community in itself. And then it got renamed Portsmouth Village and it was swallowed up in the city around 1950. Again, lots of limestone buildings in and around this area. A lot of them is up to quarried right from this site right in this area. Some of them shipped to Northern New York State and the Toronto area as well. Just down the street right there, that white building is the oldest tavern in the city of Kingston, the Portsmouth Tavern, 1863. And again, you can see Kingston Penitentiary on your left, and the walls going down to the waterfront. Actually, one of the former mayors, Harvey Rosen, actually proposed to build a conference center, take down part of the wall, build a conference center there, and then that never did come to fruition himself. He passed away about 6 years ago. Now, as we turn the corner, we're going to go by the Portsmouth Olympic Harbor site of the 1976 sailing Olympics, also the home of Cork, Canadian Olympic Regatta. Kingston, again, seals from all over the world come here to get ready for the Olympics. The metal structure on the pier has the plane for the 1976 sailing. The red building is a four-star building on top of the old City of Kingston is going to redo this whole area. We've already got the plans and set into this whole area. And you can see the wall, a couple of the streets, the carnival, car streets, and beyond the and the workshop, scale the rest, and it's not only a apartment building, it's all in a couple of these ways, and I saw a couple of another escape, Red Lion escape here was a notorious bank robber. There was a young reporter on a Toronto Star reported his escape in 1931. His name was Ernest Hemingway. Another famous author came here in 1842. Didn't like Kingston too much. It was right after the big fires, but he wanted to do a Kingston Penitentiary because it was fairly new. He just wanted to go look at it. He didn't write any good reviews of the Kingston himself, but then he went down to Mississippi a little bit later on. His name was Mark Twain. So it's a pretty interesting people. And you guys are from England, right?
Hey.
Well, I met the Queen of England here in Kingston, just down by Burberry Tower. When I was in Kingston, I was in 1967, and then the Queen of England. That's my claim to fame. Right? On your right is all my practice servers. It's very practice. That building is one of our first his wife didn't like living in this area because the closest to the brewery maybe owned by Mr. Morton didn't like the smells. He actually wound up buying this building from Mr. Morton, or actually Mr. Morton, from our first mayor of the town of Kingston. He owned this building right here as well. This is the Morton Brewery still. Mr. Morton actually learned his craft under Thomas Walson, then he purchased the brewery. One of the largest breweries in North America at the time. Dabbled in other things like landlord. There was a part, there was a recession in 1857, and they lost pretty much everything. Now, the performing arts, maybe it's weddings and marriages, it's a pretty long living stuff. On your left is a front part of the St. Mary's of Lake Hospital, which I'm actually got the 53. Well, getting back to the Morton Brewing Distillery, Mr. Morton actually lived in Scotland and stuff, but he also dabbled in other things. He had a landholders that part of the lake. They're always saying, there was a recession in 1857, they lost pretty much everything, so the banks are always keeping the brewery going because it was a cash cow. And finally, the Indian put the brewer up, and itself. The north area was built in Romania. It was brought here to Kingston along with the other to Anna. About 3 years ago, they bought on a big ship, dropped off at 12 Riviera, so back when they made their way through this area where they headed up in the area about 25 to the corner, supported the proper staff and right after COVID so they could get it operational. Now this whole area right here, between Kingston, Oswego, and the other, which is on the other side of Wolf Island, and Kingston area, there's a couple of gentlemen that use sonar, and they knocked out over almost up to 500 ships and planes in this area. So divers from all over the world come here to seek out these boats and rediscover the ones that are found in this area. They've actually proposed this area to be another model museum for all the stuff that is sunk in and around here. Now, it's not uncommon to see a guy park his car there and get his diving equipment there and he's thinking with a water right there. There's actually a ship sunk right there. And right at the Morton Brewery, there's a ship as well sunk there. The HMS St. Lawrence is actually something there as well. You got lots of boats in the place. Now that is Wolf Island over there. It's a larger than that. It's about 25 kilometers long and about 13 across. There are actually 86 windmills on it, and it's quite high up to 75,000 heads. If in fact we could take the Wolf Island ferry and got over there, we got off the ferry, you drove across the island, there's another ferry on the opposite side, it's called Hornsby. And it's private owned. If you give the gentleman, $25 to us or $35 to you, and 50 to keep it in New York. That's how close we are to the United States. Just a stone for all that. Coming into Queens right here. The yellow building on either side of the Smith and the Brown brick building, they're about 6 years old. First year students are housed in this area. Queen Victoria granted Queen's University a charter and opened up a university here in Kingston. This is the first degree granted university in Canada. This limestone building is actually notorious for the most false fire alarms in the school year. I used to be the milkman over here, so it's not uncommon to see driving by here and see lots of young people out there shivering in the wintertime because somebody had pulled the fire alarm and had to wait till it get reset. Perfect place to park your car. Now as we travel along here, we get lots of students here. They're full flight this year. We've got 25,000 students over here. RMC, they got 1,200, Royal College is 80,000, and St. Lawrence College is 85,000. On your left, the red brick building is incorporated into the limestone building. This is 2 years old. Queen's University get an opportunity to purchase a new building. They do. They tore down a couple and put a brand new building up. First year students in that as well. Now, Queen's University come off a fundraising drive. We're raising about $500 million from alumni from all over the world up there. Now, there's been a couple of presidents of the United States come here. FDR made a major speech here in 1938 right here. This is where Richardson Stadium was at one point. Bill Clinton came here too as well. The groundbreaking of the Indigenous Center that we did in art. On your left is School of Business. Mr. David Smith came here and donated $50 million for the business sector. Another Smith, Howard J. Smith, came here a year ago and donated $100 million to the engineering. On your left, there's the back stop the market. Remember those three red brick buildings on the roof? They're going to make way for this building. Is a huge sales stock for 10 miles. Bookshelves got over half of the books in it very small. On your left, the John Deutson of Redone, 1949 is being redone right now. Down the street, on your left, the Mitchell Hall. The glass structure, that's the facade is all the building's brand new. On farther down, that big gray building is the largest engineering mining department in North America. On your left, the Douglas Library, 1934, got the Queen's Archives, there was over 300,000 books in it. This is University Avenue. This is a the main street over here, Queens University. On your left, Ontario Hall, which is the physics department. A lot of wedding and graduation pictures were taken on this street. Down in the major protest just a few moments ago, down here. It was all blocked up down there. The Palestinians are protesting against the invasion of their homeland by the Israelis. On your left, Grand Hall, named after Dr. Reverend Grant, the principal of the Queens University. There's a bylaw passing no building is any taller than that one. So all the buildings surrounding are of one height. That's the building with the lines like 2, 3, 4, and 5 stories below ground. Don't be going up. You guys are all staying with me, right? What's that?
We need not.
Oh gosh.
It's okay.
Let's carry on.
Where do I pick you up?
That's
Bellevue House. You're way around at the start again. Okay, yeah. See, I got a little confused with that myself. Okay. Oh, okay. This right here is Angus and Edward Convention, and they're redoing this. Now, this is the third largest in Ontario. It started with 15,000 pieces in Canada. Now, the Beta Foundation was donating $75 million to redo this building. So when it opens up, it will have over 17,000 pieces in the Canada. The reason why Mr. Bader and his wife donated so much to the Queen's University is because he's a huge faith. And this is the only university that accepted him. So he was a chemist, he did billions of all over the world. Such they've got a castle in England. Students could actually pay a fee and study over there. But when he came here, he had already well established, he actually brought 3 reference, and he put them in this museum. The first one was a little bit like this, the second one was a little bit bigger, the third one was called Man of Timber, Man of Mouth. He passed away 4 years ago, and his son brought a 4th Rembrandt here. So you don't have to go to Europe to see a Rembrandt, they're way too Kingston. They're on international tour right now because of the redoing the building and stuff. And he's got other major airports in this country. Dixon Field right there. University Women's Rugby Championship took place here a year ago, 2 years ago, sorry. Now this is Stewart Street. Along Stewart Street is at Kingston General Hospital. That's conjunct with Queens University. It's a teaching hospital. It's over 650 beds. Now the government of Ontario has actually pledged $1 billion to redo this hospital. They've already done some exploratory works in this area. On your left, you can see the flag out here, lights on half mast. Good question. That's the theology department, one of the oldest buildings on the Queen's University. The buildings right here, this is the original building at Kingston General Hospital. The staircases were redone a year ago. There's facts to tell you the history of it right there. On your left, we've got the roadway. That white building is called Summer Hill. It's a deed residence over here at Queen's University. That is the window. There's offices in it. When Princess Diana came here to Kingston, that's where she stayed. Right up the street right there. Yeah, just up on your left, up the roadway, that white building. Right down the street, right there's a red building that's called the Anne Bray Building. It's got the Medical Health and Care Museum, and this got displayed in the early 1800s here. Again, ahead of us is City Park. This is where a Parliament buildings were developed by Queen Victoria after putting in an island. Now, big women's art festival there every year. First week of July and the second week of August. Women from all over Ontario come here to sell their arts and crafts. This is Berry Street. Along Berry Street, a lot of red brick buildings. And the vast majority owned by Queen's University. There was a Bellevue area, and all the different as well as the psychology. On your left, the Bioscience Center. If you look up at the top of it, you can see the horticultural gardens and hedges within it. On your right, this baseball diamond owns the Canadian Elite League Baseball Championship this year. And next year there's another championship that takes place right here. On your left, Ford elections. Every year Ford elections it's an Aboriginal students that are on the Queen's University. Every year Ford elections donates beautiful blankets and Aboriginal students. They graduated on the Queen's University. And it's quite an honor to get one of those blankets. So I'm going to pause in front of this third building structure in the city of Kingston. This is the Pontiac County Courthouse. This building has been redesigned a couple of times. The building itself was destroyed in the fire. we produced a lot larger than was prior to that. It was the last stuff. The cupolas needed, and they're redone about a year ago. They hence they have not coated away the middle part in it. The fountain was just put back up there. It was torn down. This is the third time. It was just put back in there about 3 weeks ago. Now it's not running. It was running prior a couple of weeks ago, but I don't know why it shut it off. There must be something happening in there. But then again, this is to the court. Major trials take place in here. I myself was on jury duty not once but twice there. Coroner's inquest, back to the prisoner of Kingston Penitentiary, and also a rape trial was on jury for that. Now we're going to go through the stop sign. When we go through the stop sign, on your left is the only castle we know in the city of Kingston. Built for Donald McIntosh, a wealthy Scottish merchant who wanted to spend the company to Canada, said he built him a castle. Got built in 1851, but he ran out of money and never did come to Canada. It's actually a single family home. It's right there on your left, right? Now it's actually been purchased by a gentleman last fall, almost $2 million, and he's made it into a bed and breakfast. Another bed and breakfast on your left is a Hoshalog in Rick auction means Montreal. In the Bank of Montreal auction only for also a transfer so it is a bed and breakfast. So John McDonald lived at least 10 different homes in lifetime here in the city of Kingston. This row house is another example of that. So there's some large limestone and red brick buildings in this area. Some are single family homes, some converted to apartments, but in behind nice carriages have been repurposed over the years as well. On your left, another bed and breakfast, a road down in the late 1850s. Beautiful building, actually 1850s. Annandale Apartments, original apartment buildings here in the city of Kingston. On your right as well, another bed and breakfast, a secret garden, the late 1880s. As I turn the corner, the spire of Signet Free United Church, 1851, designed by William Coverdale. He designed numerous churches in and around Kingston area. Take a look at the carriages on your left, beautiful little building. Another one tucked in behind the great fence here. And one more up in the corner, number 186. Now, farm workers and employees, as well as farm hands and implements and then they repurpose. This is Clergy Street. Along Clergy Street, within 650 meters, there are 4 churches. Protestant, Anglican, Presbyterian, and Catholic. Now we're coming up to the largest historical structure in the city of Kingston. This is St. Mary's Cathedral. So you guys gotta look up, look way up. 229 feet in the air. Now originally it wasn't that tall, but another builder came along, John Conley, and added to it. There are stained glass windows in it. The congregation could afford to table them. It's Sir John and Darlock. This pink building is Gothic style design for by Edward Morrissey, the same gentleman designed a font corner. It's called the Visitor High. His family and in-laws lived there. But the building since been sold to a Jewish family and they fixed it up once more. Now back in the day, women were cut out of the wills usually the eldest son got women of no wealth lived there, and many years later, younger women got no wealth lived there. But you guys are staying with the influence. Maybe Princess Street here. It's called Store Street back in the day. It used to be government store. On your left, this is St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, and that's where Sir John McDonald. This is Princess Street again. Numerous shops and restaurants along here. We have more restaurants per capita than any city the size of Montreal. Anything you look at the media along the German, Italian, and Northern Eastern, and you know so many people that have screwed up with that region. The oldest established storefront still operates on Canadian Way here, Kingston Furniture, 1854. Used to be a funeral parlor right there, and used to make coffins there as well. The only country and western bar in the city of Kingston is right there on the right to Buckle, and if you're into karaoke tonight, it's karaoke right here. Grand Theater, so we done that in 2007, I believe it was. Lots of concerts took place there. Again, lots of great huge establishments down here. This one here, the Union, one of the band members from the Glorious Sons that all exist in the manager. On your left, Caesars. You can still have a Caesar. You can get something like coffee on there. Amadeus for German food. I don't promote any restaurant. I've been to lots of them down here. Crave, everything's being great on site. Sandwiches and cakes and things and goodies of that nature. Breakfast. Great place there. Now, as we go through the traffic light, again, lots of these places that people that live, have their storefront or they live above us, and when you walk along here, you see the blocks that tell the history of the building and the subway and the brick. Now, I mentioned some of these restaurants that featured on the food that we have eaten, such as Diane's Fish Shack down the Waterfront, and as well as Harper's Brewing coming up within the next couple of blocks that featured on the food that we have eaten. So you're doing a tour of the boat in itself? How long is your tour?
No, that's not.
Hmm?
For an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, the boat today, 3:30.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Well, how long? We don't know how long.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I think it's an hour and a half. Now, when we go through this traffic right here, down on your right, see there, Martel Alley, Iverson, right there, and just down a little bit farther is the kitchen. We're get us right there. We're going off right down there. Alley's Antique Street, so we'll put in some places on that. Right here, Harper's Burger, Stephen Harper came in, a former financial get his picture taken this Sunday at the Kingston. One of the most eclectic restaurants in the Kingston is through the alley right there, Richmond Court, is Shea Pig. Now, Zalminowski from the Lovely Schoolfield came here and opened up a restaurant in the studio here. Ever since then, downtown has taken off from there. There's my favorite watering hole over there on the left. Oh yeah, the red armed thing that's called the redheads. The redheads. Not the rednecks, yeah. The rednecks would be closer to the bucket. Country and western. C and W. Ooh, look at that. Now, there's Wyong as a home of our former first Prime Minister's law office right there. Again, they're right behind City Hall once more. And again, you guys, if you walk along Clear Street, they're redoing that whole side. They're actually going to film that. It's going to be a movie set here next week. It's going to be Murdoch Administration will be filming right there. Now, as we go down Clarence Street on the right-hand side will be the Kingston Brew Pub. First establishment in Ontario to have a license to brew alcohol right on site. So it's the first brew pub in Ontario. And it's right there with that black awning. So it's an interesting place again. We've got some good memorabilia on the walls and those. I'm basically pub. Well, it's basically pub stuff. One of the better restaurants right here is right here in the corner here called Woodnets. It's down a little bit right there. Or Olive Bank, it's up around the corner. We passed it. Past the corner around the Olive Bank. It's a pretty good restaurant, Italian food and that. Yeah. There are some great places to eat there. Diane's Fish Shack, which is one of the food that we're going to use. Yeah, some great places to eat down there. Now, you guys going to stay with me? Okay, because there's only about 2 blocks. I'm going to be leaving here just for a few minutes. Anyways. Okay, you guys sit tight. I'll be going here another 5 or so minutes.